Hello and welcome to this episode of Caught on Camera, where we'll be looking at the never-ending struggle between British holidaymakers and the desire for the right sunbed. In this episode, we'll see crazy scenes as more British holidaymakers dash for sunbeds. Plus, we have Sunbeds here in the UK, in Manchester of all places. And we hear from a self-proclaimed king of sunbeds.
Good morning, it's 7 AM and I'm off to get my deck chair because the sunbed wars are about to begin.
But first we'll see a video showing Brits racing to grab a sunbed in Tenerife. In this 2022 video, we see Brits at a Tenerife hotel race against each other to grab a sunbed the moment their hotel pool is opened. One mum, 35, on a 2-week break from Glasgow said, "It was funny, it was light-hearted and no arguments broke out. It was like that for the last week of our holiday, every morning at 9 AM. Next, we're back in Tenerife in this 2023 video, where at 6:30 AM, one UK holidaymaker sighted people laying on sunbeds 3.5 hours before the pool opens. A dad of two was stunned when he was sat having a coffee on the balcony and spotted keen sunbathers preparing their beds. The footage shows them dragging their beds away from where they were chained up to reserve their perfect spot. The man was on holiday with his wife and kids when he filmed holidaymakers flocking to the poolside so early they had to set up their own loungers. He said this was a daily occurrence on their break, despite the fact the pool at their hotel didn't even open until around 10 AM. The hotel said it is forbidden to reserve sunbeds in their hotels, and that is verbally told to guests, and that it is indicated with signs, but they also said they're doing their best and that the problem isn't unique to their hotel. And next, we're not at Cheltenham or Aintree, but Benidorm, where more British holidaymakers are off to the races, sunbeds, the second the pool is open. This 2023 footage shows tourists and their beach towels making their way to the poolside furniture. One woman on holiday with her husband and daughter described the scene as crazy. Her family had booked a VIP package, which meant that the family's sunbeds were already reserved. And now we're in Mallorca in 2024, where one holidaymaker was once again shocked to see Brits chase after sunbeds. In this video, the tourists were stunned by their fellow guests' commitment to tanning. They queue up, then sprint to bag themselves the best sunbed when the gates are opened. The onlooker described the scene as funny, shocking and embarrassing. Now we head to the coastal paradise that is Salou in 2024. Here we see a pack of sunlounger warriors herded outside the pool doors at 5 to 8 in the morning. A mum who saw this go down was in disbelief. She said the crowd were a mix of British, Germans and Spanish people, and they'd run to grab the best sunbeds. She even saw a man collapse one morning in the chaos and said his wife stepped over him to secure a lounger before coming back to check on him. That man was later seen with a bandage and crutches. Still to come on Caught on Camera. More tourists running for sunbeds the second the pool opens. Plus, we have Sunbeds here in the UK, in Manchester of all places. And we hear from a self-proclaimed king of sunbeds. Now we're off to Magaluf in 2025, where sunbed-loving Brits have again queued up for an hour, and it's on your marks, get set, go. A man who was holidaying with his fiancée and their daughter spotted the wild scenes. In typical British fashion, holidaymakers queued up by the pool for up to an hour before staff opened it. The family said each day sunseekers would wait at one of the 3 pool entrances. Aaron said they appeared from 9 AM ready for the pool opening at 10 AM, despite there being plenty of sunbeds up for grabs. But if you're a bit of a homebody and don't want to travel overseas for sunbeds, Manchester has got you covered. These wooden recliners overlook a dual carriageway in an area of the country that gets particularly wet. What's interesting is that unlike most of the sunbeds, these are not owned by a hotel, but were put in by Manchester City Council. The cash-strapped local authority, that is. And well, let's just say taxpayers were about as happy as that as seeing their holiday sunbed stolen. But that's not the only council that tried something like this. In 2022, Lincolnshire County Council also thought it'd be wise to spend what is believed to be £60,000 on US-style parklets. The small seating areas are the first of their kind in the UK to be installed in the historic town in Louth. But many residents have blasted the move as a waste of taxpayers' cash and a dangerous eyesore as they stick out onto a busy main road. Lincolnshire County Council erected the brightly coloured wooden seating and decking as part of a scheme to encourage people to spend more time in the town. Still to come on Caught on Camera, a mad sunbed dash in Benidorm where every sunlounger is taken within 3 minutes. But now it's time to hear from the self-proclaimed king of sunbeds.
Good morning, it's 7 a.m. and I'm off to get my deck chair because the sunbed wars are about to begin.
Here is how to get the best deck chair. Look, I'm the first one here. That's tip number 1, make sure you're the first step. So this is my deck chair over here. And this is why I've chosen that one specifically out of all of these. Now, the first reason is, look at this view of the infinity pool, right? You want to make sure you've got a really nice view so that you can relax on holiday the whole time. The second reason is, this deck chair over here, I can move around 360 degrees to face the sun and it doesn't interfere with anyone. The third reason is it's got the table. The fourth reason is I can move the parasol out the way and I know that no one is going to come near me with shade because I'm going to be able to move my chair outwards and then I'm always going to have the sun on me. And the fifth reason is I can just relax and take my time, got the view, got everything. And that is why I've chosen that deck chair. Now, how do you make sure that your deck chair now doesn't get stolen? Well, the answer is put the towel down, put a t-shirt down, and then open up a book halfway through so it looks like you've just gone to the toilet, and then no one will touch it. There you go, there's my top tip.
7:20 a.m. Come and get a deck chair for holiday.
So my first tip when getting a deck chair is you're going to have cleaners who are going to come around cleaning all the deck chairs. Now, you want to make sure that they've done quite a swoop of it already. So wait till about 7:40 a.m. So usually start at 7 a.m. Make sure you've started because otherwise what they're going to do is just take away your deck chair straight away. Now, the second thing to do is to think about your swimming pool where you're placing yourself. So this is a swimming pool, beautiful swimming pool, and when the sun comes out, it's going to be delicious today. You want to be thinking about, right, what do you want to see? So for me, I want to be able to see that view the whole time because I feel like I'm on holiday. And then the next tip is to choose your deck chair.
So here are the deck chairs.
And what you want to do with these deck chairs is choose one which you can rotate 360 degrees so that you can follow the sun around. So for me, I like the idea of putting one here because I can have space here to turn things around. I also can put a table there, which is there already, and it means I'm going to be comfortable the whole time. So let me put my towel down there now. Now, how do I know that no one's going to take my towel and presume that it was left in the night before? Well, number one, all the deck chairs have now been cleaned. Secondly, what I'm going to do is put this book down. Now, I've already read this book, so if it goes missing, it's not the end of the world. I've had books taken before that I haven't finished. But what I'm going to do is open it up, like that, and put that on the deck chair so it looks like I've just gone to the toilet and I was mid-reading my book. So, book goes down there. And then that's it. So that's my deck chair now. I can now go for a morning walk, have breakfast. I've got the perfect deck chair facing the pool and jobs are good done. Hopefully no one will take my deck chair because it looks like I've just gone to a toilet. Johnny Seifert, the Sunbed King, with my top tips so that you get the best sunbed this summer.
And to wrap things up, we come once again to Benidorm, where sunseekers have been caught on camera making the Sunbed dash, where every lounger is taken in 3 minutes. 2 British holidaymakers were in accommodation overlooking a pool, and they say they got to witness the morning chaos. They captured several instances of sun-mad Brits racing to get the best beds during their trip in May 2025. One said, "We saw people queuing from first thing. The queues were horrendous. People were properly running in. One hotel we did stay in, the pool opened at 8:30 a.m, and by 8:33 a.m, every bed had a towel on." I think it happens everywhere, just because hotels don't have as many beds as they do guests. We don't partake at all, we just observe. I know it's a bugbear for a lot of tourists, but we just find it funny. Thanks for watching another episode of Caught on Camera. Please like, share us around, and subscribe.